Hey everybody, Paul Rudd, Registered Dietitian from the Marshall County Health Department, here with your health tip of the week. We're continuing in our series with the P.E.W.S method, 4 key areas for our health and wellness. Today we're going to be talking about weight. With our weight, if you'll remember from our introduction into the P.E.W.S system, I asked you to get your height and weight. If you don't have that, press that pause button, go make sure you get it. We've got to know our height, we've got to know our weight, and that allows us to calculate what's called our BMI, or body mass index. BMI is not an all-inclusive magic pill tool. It doesn't work for everybody, i.e. athletes. Sometimes it can skew things a little bit. For most of us with BMI, it can be a very useful tool. We need to remember it is a screening tool. It's not a diagnostic tool. With the screening tool for BMI, body mass index, whatever search engine that you're using on your computer or your phone, you type in body mass index. If you're an adult that's over the age of 20, you're going to use BMI, body mass index. If you have a young person, 2 years old to 20 years old, you're going to use what's called BMI for age to use this screening tool. With BMI as a screening tool, it estimates body fatness and body fat percentage based off of your height and your weight. Am I at a healthy weight? Am I underweight? Am I overweight? This can be a tool, again, not diagnostic. With this screening, if you discover that you are underweight, you're overweight, you're at a healthy weight, what is it telling you with BMI or BMI for age? It's just telling us that we have a higher risk factor for the development of certain things like maybe diabetes, high blood pressure, other illnesses that could, or things that could affect us from a health standpoint. BMI is a screening tool for this. But when we look at weight, our height and our weight and our BMI, and we utilize both of these, what's the difference? If you're 2 to 20 years of age, one thing that's different, you're still possibly, during this time frame, you're not only gaining weight, you're also gaining height. And with BMI, it takes both of those. We'll do an extra segment on BMI. I'll show you how to calculate that. But for our purposes today, with weight and BMI, if we find ourselves outside of those healthy ranges, what do we want to do? And let's just assume for a moment we find ourselves in a BMI or BMI for age that's elevated. It's assessing us using this screening tool as having a little bit higher percentage of body fat that could affect our health and wellness. Let's just use a number. Okay, I'm going to pull a number here. Let's say I'm as an adult. Again, all this off the top of my head. Let's say that we are 220 pounds. And we discover by looking at our BMI or BMI for age, and again, we're using adult here, 220 pounds. And let's just say, in order to get into a healthy weight range, you are you find out that you need to be 150 pounds, okay? Well, a little quick math, right? That's a 70-pound difference. With the P.E.W.S system, if you are here or somewhere, it's a number here. You've got to be patient with yourself. When we engage ourselves in the P.E.W.S system, the physical activity, the eating habits, managing our weight, what we're talking about today, and our sleep, you've got to look at and assess where you're at. And if you're this person, 70 pounds, 150 pounds is where you need to get to. We need to tackle it a little bit at a time. What do we do there? Here's my suggestion. You know you need to lose 70 pounds, but let's look at it at a percentage, and a pound sign there. Let's look at it at a percentage and let's go 5% at a time. If we go 5% at a time, with this 220 pounds, we know we want to look at a 70, okay? What are we looking at? We're looking at about 11 pounds. That's 5% of 220. Okay, this number is a little less daunting than this number. We know we want to get here. We know we want to reduce our body weight by 70 pounds to get ourselves into a healthier range, but 11 pounds. 11 pounds. So what am I looking at? Hey, what's my number? 209, 209, 209, 209. Take it a day at a time. Take it a step at a time. We go another 5%. Now we're looking at 10%. What are we looking at? We're looking at 22 pounds. Okay, where am I at now? Hey, I've got popped on the scale. Lo and behold, I am moving that bottom one down, right? I'm at 198. Twos are gone. I'm in the 100s now. 198, 22-pound loss. You lose 10%. And this is Paul's personal experiences. In clinic over the last several years as a registered dietitian and seeing folks. And you'll see a lot of studies out there where 7% oftentimes is a magic number, especially in the realm of diabetes and managing that, which a lot of folks in our area have that. But you go to 10% weight loss, 5%, 10% weight loss, we almost always are going to see a substantial increase in our overall health and wellness. If that blood pressure was an issue for you at 220 pounds, if your blood glucose level, you got diabetes, it was an issue for you, your cholesterol levels was an issue for your 220 pounds, you drop that 11 pounds, you're at 209. You drop that 22 pounds, you're now at 198. That 5 and 10% loss, you're at a level now where you're seeing those improvements in your blood pressure. You are seeing those improvements in your blood sugar. Your scale, look at that. Hey, 10%, I'm in the 100s now. It's a motivator. You've still got a little bit of ways to go. Maybe you want to get to that 150, but you get to that 198 mark. Hey, 10% loss, major difference in your overall health and wellness. You're getting there. You're engaging your P.E.W.S. My name is Paul Rudd. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, it is a blessed day. See you next time.